made this?
This the rant of the real. Everybody telling lies, the truth first, so it's fuck how they do feel. Or you for real? Man, put that on your mama, you a gangster and you got more shit for real. This the rant of the real. Everybody telling lies, the truth first, so it's fuck how they do feel. Or you for real? Man, put that on your mama, you a gangster and you got more shit for real.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rant to the Real, the power of real niggas get on here and rant. This is the #1 podcast in the top 50. No need to look that up. Google is wrong. They're stealing your data. I wouldn't trust them. I am your host, Uncle Chav, the hardest working in the world. Now let's start your day off with eggs, bacon vibes. And I bring you nothing but immaculate vibes. The best of the best. Gets no better than this. Ooh, excuse me. It's a great day today, guys. It's an amazing day. This is the last nice day, actually, that we're going to have because it's getting ready to go back to, what is it, next week's going to be like 60 degrees, 50 degrees. It's rough. It is very rough. Yeah, we're going to 50-some degrees. That's insane. That's really cold, actually. Like, might not go to work that day. It's a little too cold. Anyways, great day. Yesterday was an amazing day. Got to do some off-roading, drive the truck through some mud, put it through its paces. I knew that, like, I had did something to it. I just couldn't figure what. So I'm looking at the truck, looking at it. I'm like, it's dented. The bottom is dented, yes, because I was hitting the fuck out them rocks. But that's not the major concern. The major concern is I lost my license plate hitting the fuck out them rocks. And the rocks were in, like, the mud, so that license plate is gone. What can you do? It's gone. But I had a hell of a time. Took my drone, crashed it multiple times. But it's still in good shape. We're still good to get up and fly. So that's always a good thing. Got some great pictures, great videos. So it was a great time, you know. Don't usually get to do stuff like that. So I enjoyed every minute of my free time. I enjoyed my time so much I didn't want to record today. It's Monday. I was ready to say, you know what, fuck it. I just had to miss a week. But then, how would you guys know what's going on if I don't tell you? If I'm not your lead source in news and politics and what's going on in the world, how will you know? And so I have to show up every week and tell you guys. It's like my sworn duty. So I'm here. And it doesn't get any better, guys. Whatsoever. You know what's crazy? I don't go looking for this shit. It just kind of pops up in my news feed. It's kind of like it forces you to see it. I saw the one video on Instagram. It was like ICE agents ripping kids out of their home. And then it's like you had to go click I agree because it was one of those videos that were sensitive, is what it said. And it's just grown men, you know, pulling children out of a home, putting them in the middle of the street, handcuff them. They're also not clothed, by the way. They're just locking up naked Hispanic babies because those guys are the criminals, yes. Sins of our fathers, you know? It's like, what the fuck is it? North Korea, when you, like, leave and they lock up your grandparents and shit. When you defect and your whole anyone that got left behind, they get put in the gulag. It's like that. It's like, oh, yeah, because your mom and dad fucked up, you fucked up as well. It kind of makes you wonder, how do you do the job heartlessly, or you do the job because you don't want to get, like, bullied or ridiculed, or, like, you have to because they paid you? Like, at what point do you go, nah, I'm not okay with this? Because, like, when it comes to a job, there is leeway for some pushback. I mean, I don't know when it comes to a federal job, but there's leeway for, like, hey, my boss is an idiot, this is wrong. At what point can you go at this job, hey, my boss is an idiot, this is wrong? Because there's been plenty of times when I've been like, you know what, my boss isn't correct, so I'm just not going to do this. I'd rather deal with the higher-ups than the person standing in front of me, actually. Can you do that in a federal job? Makes you wonder. Or are you just like, these bills got to get paid, I don't give a fuck? It's probably that, though. I can't lie to you. So I know I told you guys briefly that, like, some guy took a shot at a detention center. But here's where they strap you down and force you to wear the tinfoil hat. So they want you, me, and everyone else to believe that a Hispanic male had a rifle, found a detention center, took shots at the detention center, killed handcuffed, restrained detainees, hit no ICE agents, hit everybody else but the ICE agents. Then, in a goddamn Sharpie, wrote anti-ICE on the bullets and killed himself. And then you want me to believe that the director of the FBI took a picture of these bullets and put them out on his Twitter 20 minutes after the shooting. Federal evidence. He just put it out there. Come on, y'all. If you strap me down and force the tinfoil hat on me, I'm an Occam's razor kind of guy. It's the simplest answer. But you mean to tell me, when they walked through the streets and they were burning cars in the middle of the fucking road, and California got armed guards because it was getting out of control, and they were rioting, they were throwing tear gas back, they were flipping police cars, they were fucking that city up, and everywhere they wrote "fuck ICE," everywhere. You could watch it on CNN. You can watch it on YouTubers who are filming and out there. You can watch it on Chinese YouTube. Everywhere said "fuck ICE." And you mean to tell me this one guy who shot his own people wrote anti-ICE in Sharpie on bullets and in English? I find it hard to believe. You ever seen the movie Incredibles? The Incredibles, the first one, and Dash runs and puts the tack on the teacher's chair, and he's showing his dad on the video. He's like, coincidence? I think not.
Don't see it? He moves right there. Wait. Right there. Right as I'm sitting down. I don't know how he does it. But there's no tack on my stool before he moves, and after he moves, there's a tack. Coincidence? I think not.
That's what this is. That's exactly what this is. Coincidence? I think not. Because it's like, At what point do you expect me to truly believe this? Like, do you really think I believe this? Break the shit down for me. Let me know. Like, why do you think that we'll put this out there and they'll eat it up? They'll believe it. They write fuck ICE in spray paint all over California. Everywhere. There's no anti-ICE. It's fuck ICE. Nobody likes them. They want them shut down. They want them stopped. They go the hardest way possible, and you mean to tell me in some blue Sharpie in English somebody wrote anti-ICE? All right. You got it, buddy. The government thinks we're stupid. And at this point, do we just keep letting them, or do we stop them? Like, do we tell them, we don't believe you, we've never believed you? You know what? There are some idiots who really believe in the government. Government is not your friend. They want all of you to die. Especially your favorite president. Oh my God, this guy's a fucking psycho. I'll tell you what he did last week, though. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. I don't know if you've noticed or watch anything political, but I got you. Jesse Waters. Look him up. You know exactly who he is. I found the video, so I'll add it. It's a clip of a clip of a clip, but I got you. It still says what he says. So, Trump and his wife went to the UN to do Trump shit, right? The escalator broke, the teleprompter broke, and something else broke. Well, according to Jesse Waters, he believes that this was a sabotage against the president and the first lady, that this shit was intentional, and that someone needs to pay for it. His own words is that we need to separate from the United Nations. We need to bomb them or gas them. Matter of fact, he said bomb them. And then he said, wait, their headquarters is in New York. We should gas them.
Leave the UN, or we need to bomb it.
Will the FCC step in on this? On September 23rd, President Trump and First Lady Melania visited the United Nations headquarters in New York City. During their visit, the escalator broke down, something that Trump brought up during his speech, where his teleprompter also broke down. Following this, Jesse Waters, during a panel of co-hosts on his show The Five, claimed that the UN, quote, sabotaged the president and that, quote, they could have hurt the First Lady. Jesse continued on and shockingly said,
What we need to do is either leave the UN, or we need to bomb it. It is in New York, though, right?
Yeah,
Could be some fallout there.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe gas it.
The panel continued to suggest what they should do to the building and what should be put in its place. The UN has put out a formal statement that the reason why the escalator came to a halt was because the, quote, built-in safety mechanism on the comb step was triggered at the top of the escalator. They added that the videographer who came with President and First Lady, quote, may have inadvertently triggered the safety function described above. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told Fox News on Tuesday that the White House will conduct an investigation to determine whether the malfunctions were intentional or not. Earlier this month, on September 10th, another Fox News host, Brian Kilmeade, said mentally ill and homeless people should be killed via, quote, involuntary lethal injection on Fox and Friends. After uproar online ensued, Brian apologized for his remarks. Then on September 15th, during Jimmy Kimmel's opening monologue, he made remarks about Charlie Kirk's suspected killer, which led to his show being suspended indefinitely and pulled from affiliate stations across America. Now that he has returned, considering rhetoric and demands of Kimmel from President Trump and FCC Chair Brennan Carr, will they be upholding the same rules for Jesse?
Interesting. In New York City, where you'll never let us forget about 9/11, you want to blow up another fucking building. Okay. Then that brings back to the original conspiracy of, was 9/11 planned, or was it something that just randomly happened? Makes it hard not to put the tinfoil hat on when you got news reporters talking about blowing up buildings full of political leaders and U.S. soils in one of the biggest fucking states out there. If you ask anyone overseas, all they know is L.A. and New York City. They probably have a family member in one of those two places. And you're talking about blowing up the UN or gassing it. Like, that's even better. Because, God forbid, you blow some shit up. You want to blow up a building because of 3 electrical failures? And you know what's even more ironic about the situation? Is that after they did their investigation, it was Trump's cameraman who triggered the e-stop that made the escalator stop moving. It was also Trump's team who fucked up the teleprompter. It was also Trump's team who fucked up the other thing that they were upset about. So, you still want to bomb a place full of political leaders? And then Trump gets on Twitter and he doesn't make it any better. It's amazing that Melina and I didn't fall forward on those sharp edges of those steel steps. We were holding onto the handrails tightly. It would have been a disaster. This was absolute sabotage. Absolute sabotage. He wants the people responsible arrested. Well, Mr. Donald, are you going to arrest your cameraman? Are you going to arrest your own team members? Or is this one of those things where it didn't exist? Like those Epstein files, it just doesn't exist. We just swipe those under the rugs, eh? I'm lost as to what's going on. Somebody please explain. Break this shit down for me. We have idiots running around in office and high positions and even on the television. Hell, you had the news report on Fox News that said we should start killing homeless people. What is with this country and its own domestic terrorism? It's okay if the government does it, but if a random civilian does it, it's a problem. Make this shit make sense. And I'm not justifying when random civilians do it, but like, if a civilian can't go doing terroristic deeds, why does the government is allowed to get away with doing it? And the government does it domestically. God forbid what they're doing over there and wherever it is they are at this current moment. Like, why are you comfortable saying kill homeless people, blow up buildings, or gas people, political leaders? You're obviously comfortable saying this shit. White people and the shit that they say and do is just too insane. It's like, I won't even call it white privilege. It's just like, it's beyond that. It's something further evolved. You got this other fucking idiot, extreme leftist that's rocking a Hitler mustache, wondering why people are calling him a fascist. Saying that he put the Hitler mustache on and women didn't know what to do. They were just throwing panties at him. They just were so horny. The fuck are you talking about? You can't say I'm not a fascist, why they keep calling me a fascist, and then you go get the Hitler mustache and you go look exactly like him. You promote his political ideas and then say it's not the same. It is 100% the same. If it looks like a duck, it sounds like a goddamn duck, but you telling me it's a chicken? No. And then it's like, why do the extreme people get to stay? It's like the extreme MAGA people get to just stay in relevant news, and then everyone else who's like against it, quiet them, silence them, shut them the hell up. Trump was upset that Jimmy Kimmel came back and wants it to be re-looked at. All this shit's on his Twitter. You can look it up. When you go on X, type in Donald Trump, and everything I'm telling you is there. I'm going off of what this man writes, or whoever he has on his page writing for him. This man wants Jimmy Kimmel to be pulled off the air because Jimmy Kimmel was making fun of some crazy shit that he said. It doesn't make any sense. This is the most butthurt president in the world. You talk shit about him, and next thing you know, you get a cease and desist letter in the mail. Or, you probably wouldn't even get that. You probably just get a court date telling you he's suing you. And then, publicly using the Attorney General to do it. But wait, there's more. Trump says that the FBI sent 300 federal agents to incite the January 6th riots. He says that they were trying to frame him. He says he wants the FBI director at that time arrested and investigated. And that all those other people had nothing to do with the situation. The current director of the FBI stated that they sent 300 FBI agents to stop the insurrection, to stop January 6th. What the fuck is he talking about? What is going on? He doesn't even know what's going on in front of him. January 6th had to be the biggest mockery in America. White people, and they stormed the castle, they destroyed shit, breaking windows, rummaging through the shit. And like a handful of them get in trouble with the rest. And then those guys got pardoned. You ain't see no niggas out there. And if it was, they didn't get the pardon. What is the name of that was it a biker group, or was it was like the Night Boys or the white Iron Cloud? I don't know. It was some fucking neo-Nazi bullshit that he had to storm the Capitol, whatever them people call. They're playing in your face. And this man does it on Twitter. Or sometimes they'll do it on Truth Social. I downloaded the app just to see what it was about. That shit is wild. It is a wild place. You will see a lot of crazy shit if you download that app. I would advise against it if I were you. But wait, there's more. Trump deployed military forces to Portland, and he told them to use full deadly force. And we're talking about U.S. soil Portland. All right, there already was Gestapo's armed guards running around. We knew that. But they weren't using full lethal force. Now, here's the problem that I have with that. They're looking for Antifa supporters, ralliers. If you look up what Antifa means, it's anti-fascist. Last time I checked, we're all anti-fascist. No one wants fascism. So basically what I take from this is if they deem you to be anti-fascist, they can kill you. Is that not what this means? I guarantee you. I want this clip to be out there so I can hear your guys' arguments. I'm not going to read them, but maybe one or two. But I truly want to know. And I probably will pick some out just to show you guys the bullshit that these comments say. If I'm going by what words mean, and words have a very powerful meaning because they have a meaning, Antifa is anti-fascist. Trump set armed guards to use full force to go stop Antifa supporters. Literally everyone's fucking anti-fascist. Right? We all can agree we do not like fascism. So that means that one of the Gestapos can just, hey, that guy's an anti-fascist, and kill him. Is that not what that means? Explain it. Break this shit down. Let me know if I'm wrong, because I don't think that I am. This is that tinfoil hat I'm talking about. The government constantly says we're not fascism, we're not diddling kids, and then every single thing they do leads to fascism and kid diddling. Break this shit down for me. Explain it. When the president says use full lethal force on U.S. soil against anti-fascists, I'm confused. So what is this, Nazi Germany? This sounds like the fucking Handmaid's Tale. Have you ever seen that shit? It's wild. Anytime someone got out of line, they strung him up from they put a rope around him, threw him off a bridge, and then shot him. It's the Handmaid's Tale in real life. It's Nazi Germany all over again. What the fuck is this country? What are we doing? It's very yes, but no. Where do we toe the line? And why Portland of all states? Is that just a test site to see how many fascists we catch or anti-fascists you catch? It's hard not to wear the tinfoil hat. You tell me that this is a safe space, and then you do unsafe shit. I'm lost. How do you explain this? And then it's like, there's no party for this. There's no leader. There's no, like, someone to answer to. There, like, at least with, like, Al-Qaeda or something, there's a leader. There is meetings. There's minutes. There's some form of, like, this shit exists. Antifa is just anti-fascism. So it's like, who the fuck are you going after? I know I talk about a lot of things, and it's like, that's probably why I get muted a lot on social media, and that's fine. Someone has to talk about things, you know. This world is dark, and I will be a candle in it. But I'm also not going to let these people play in my face. Because you're not going to look me in the eye, pee in a bottle in front of me, and tell me it's champagne. And then say, drink up. I told y'all last week, government-approved information, a.k.a. propaganda. And now we're going to kill anyone that's anti-fascist. Then you got a motherfucker dressed like Hitler on the goddamn news. What is this? I can't. I truly wish that you guys would stop defending his fucking actions. And you know what's funny is it's not everyone, but it's literally the people that are they just have a full-on rager for this fucking guy that back up all of his actions. And it's like, why? What about this man do you just keep going, you know what, it's really not that bad, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. It is that bad. It's worse than that bad. I'm lost. And then if you're supposed to be extreme leftist, right? You're like, you have those crazy ass views, and you're supposed to be, from what the media portrays, these peace loving, we're better than you people. Like when you compared Charlie Kirk's death to George Floyd, when our guy died, we didn't destroy, we prayed. When your guys died, you destroyed shit. Okay. So why do everyone feel unsafe around you guys? Why is it that the MAGA supporters, the lefters, the fucking everyone that's insane is terrifying? No one wants to be around them. You can't be around them at night because they might hurt you. They'll probably try to kidnap you and take your wife and kids, all kinds of crazy shit. You go into one of these MAGA supporting towns and it turns into a fucking Get Out movie. Why? If you're supposed to be preaching this peace, the hands up, don't shoot, but you're holding the gun. Let's stop gun violence with more gun violence. It doesn't make any sense. And then the justifications don't make any sense. There's videos of people actively recording their families getting ripped apart and beaten by random people, by the Gestapos. And then you guys say, oh, those are not random acts of violence. Then what the fuck is it? That's the problem now. When the officer says pull over, you do it. That's because you know your local fucking sheriff, dumbass. Go to a spot where you don't know your local sheriff. And I promise you, when that one person's having a bad fucking day, you're not going to be, oh, it's okay. You're not. You see the world from your point of view, and yes, it makes sense in your eyes. Step in other people's shoes, and then next thing you know, the world no longer makes sense. So you small hick towns, not even hicks, just small towns, where your fucking sheriff is the mayor and the mailman, yes, you're not going to have any problem. Yes, officer, you want my license registration? Here you go. Go to the inner city that's, I don't know, maybe 30 miles down the road, and you get pulled over. That fucking guy's got a gun in your face. All of a sudden, it's no longer, here's my ID, sure. It's, whoa. The reality of the world is different in your world until you step in somebody else's world. And everyone's world is different. So you can't constantly say, oh, it's just a great place. Just do this. Just comply. Just go here. Just go there. That's because in your world it's easy because you know everything. You step in a world where it randomizes every fucking day. It is no longer easy. There's a huge difference between city cops, federal agents, and your local fucking sheriff. And until you have, and you know your local sheriff, and you know what days he works, and you know what days the deputies work, and you see the same people, your kids hang with their kids, it all makes sense. Then you come to the inner city, and it's like, yeah, fuck those guys, fuck NYPD, you know, I'm going back out here to the sticks. Yeah. Because now you got to taste what everyone else who's stuck here has to go through. But I digress. I'm never going to back down from this shit. I do not support ICE. I'm also not going to go out there and attack them. I'm not going to write anti-whatever on shit. But that wouldn't be the verbiage I use. You know what's crazy is, like, if you actually look at, like, the evidence that the FBI finds, why is it that every single shooter leaves behind little manifestos or text notes or whatever, and it always says it in jargon that normal people don't fucking use? Like the guy who shot Charlie Kirk, and they went through his phone, and he was texting his trans lover. There's agents in front of my spot. I'll just sit and wait. If I get my rifle, there's no evidence. My MAGA-loving father wants his gun back. Who the fuck talks like that? You guys are trying to be PC, and you're missing the whole fucking thing. Nobody talks like that. Anti-ice on bullets? Come on. The last couple of shooters who wrote shit on their bullets engraved them, like fucking scratched them in there. Or had them lasered, or whatever they did, but those were permanent damage to the shell casings. This fucking guy just had a Sharpie and wrote it on the bullets he didn't even use? Come on. I don't believe you. You probably had one of the detainees you were easy to frame. You took some shots at the tied up ones. You told your people duck and run. Or maybe you didn't tell them nothing. You just knew you weren't going to hit them. And then you made that and you killed that guy. That sounds like the most logical explanation. And that's the craziest explanation. I don't believe that the director of the FBI, 20 minutes after a fucking mass shooting, decides to put pictures out of bullet casings that weren't even spent. They didn't get fired. They were still ready to be used. But he wrote anti-ice in English on a fucking Sharpie marker. I don't believe you. You're a liar. What's funny, I've never seen it, but my mom always tells me, my uncle, he went on Judge Judy, and she said, "You're a liar, Mr. Perry." And it's funny. I'm going to try to find that video, just so I can add it. You're a liar, Mr. Director. All right, y'all, we're going to call it a day. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to call it a night, but politically charged. Emotions are high. Tensions are high. I'm upset. Can't keep letting them do this to you guys. I love all of you. Shout out to those boys and girls over on Patreon. I do love those guys. Everything you do. I love all the supporters. The people that watch, the people that comment, the people that share. Do me a favor while you can. If you're on YouTube, hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Ring-a-ding-a-ling that link button, you know? Just the little balloons pop up. Make it fancy. And then go ahead and leave a comment. I don't care what it is. An emoji, some letters. Just throw random comments in there. So the algorithm picks it up and goes, this guy's hot shit. Let me send it to other people. And if you're not on YouTube and there's those people that watch on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, once you finish this, go to YouTube and hit play. Because then you can't see me, the background that I do. Because I switch it up every so often. It's not the same one. I do cool shit sometimes, you know? You're going to miss the tinfoil hat segment. It's crazy. I went on Amazon. I tried to find some. They don't have any. They have, like, hats that look like aluminum foil. But it's just, like, some bullshit 3D printed graphic design. So it looks like I'm going to have to go to Family Dollar or Wegmans or something and just craft my own. Maybe make a cool bucket hat or something. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, send to a loved one, send to an enemy, send to an arch nemesis. Whether you love or hate me, send it. Send it because you love me, or send it because you want to make fun of me. But send it. But tune in next week, y'all.